Hi everybody, welcome back to Regina's World. I'm sure you like Regina. You ain't changed your clothes? No, because I literally said I was coming right back right after this video. But we were going to do a little chat today and sit down talk as I always do, story times or whatever. But this was not really a story time. This is literally a chat. Chat with my women followers out there who have children, who is at this point it really doesn't matter the race. What all we have in common, as you can tell by the title, being a single mom. What is like being a single mom? This conversation, I was wishing I was able to have this conversation with friends who have children and who can put their input. And I wanted to actually do this as a live, but it's so hard for me to get all of them in one spot, especially right now. They're all over the place. They're moving out of town. They're doing stuff. So it's kind of hard to have the conversations that I want with the single moms that I know. So you just have to set up for me again, okay? Hopefully that's enough. But this is definitely for the women out there who follows me, who follows other channels like me, who sit down and tell you the real and utter honest truth about things. Hold on, I'm gonna call. So, I don't know how this video is gonna go. I'm just gonna literally tell my experience of what it's like for me being a single mom, like what it's like, and why I chose not to have any more children, and why I've stuck by that for so many years. Okay, so let's get started in this video. No more wasting time, okay? This is probably going to be kind of a lengthy video. But hold on a second. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. When I started to have children, I was very young. I was just turned 19 when I had Keyshawn. I didn't know anything about being a mother. Of course I didn't. I didn't have my biological mother to help me navigate being a mother. I didn't know what it took. It was three young girls around the same age, going from being independent, going from doing what we wanted to do, until now all of a sudden I got pregnant. Now I'm bringing home a child. Now three young girls, all 18 and 19. Now we're all putting our heads together trying to raise a child. Not only just not a regular child, but a child who got problems, and he's on oxygen tanks, and he got heart issues, and he's on monitors, and we don't know nothing about nothing. All the mistakes that I make as a young mom, because you don't know. Me going to the store and leaving my son in the room. And when I'm 18, I'm thinking that's a great thing to do. Like, I don't want to go, I'm just running across the street to go grab some milk for him and cereal for him. Why do I have to take him with me? Like, I can leave him sleep in the thing. That's smart. That's logical thinking at 18. But, I know that I would never do that now at 37. But that's the mistakes that you make when you're that young. And it took me a very long time to learn how to be a mom, just like everybody else. There's no manual when you become a mom. You're just a mom now. Like, if you've never done it before, you're just a mom now. It's congratulations, you have a baby. And now you got to figure this thing out, how to navigate, how to be a mom. And that's a hard thing to do, And I never was the type of baby mom to, if I'm not with the father, try to hold the child away from the father, because I didn't never feel that was beneficial to the child. Like, I can hate your fucking guts, but that doesn't mean that you should be a part of your child's life. I don't have to be a part of your life, but you still needs to be a part of your child's life, whether we're together or not. all I'm doing is trying to hold the child from you is hurt you and the child. I'm tired. At some point, you get tired of being with your child and you love them. But you get tired of being with your child 24 hours of the day. You need a break too. And not all the time do single moms get breaks. So let's talk about breaks. I think I'm going to get emotional through this video. So if I do get emotional, just bear with me, okay? Because being a single mom, it takes that out of you, and only single moms understand this. So, as my kids got older, even when they were young, I didn't really get a break. My Keyshawn father has always been in Missouri. Half his entire life, well, no, not half. His entire life, Kenneth was not in his life. Kenneth was even back and forth in prison. Kenneth was doing his own thing in Missouri. I was reaching out to him on Facebook for years on years on years on years, trying to get that man to talk to his son, and he wouldn't. There was no child support given. I was hunting St. Louis down for child support, and I never got child support from Kenneth for Keyshawn. Not one single time. No matter what I did, no matter how many times I called, they was never able to get child support from him, which is bizarre to me, but okay. So eventually, you just kind of let it go after a man just did not want to be in their child's life, even though the door is open. So for them to be a part of their life. So for when women be like, you're not going to see your kid, blah, 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 blah. Honey, let that man see that child. Let that man see that kid. Let that man take them kids. Because there's women like that out in this world who is fighting for the man to even say hello to the kid. And you're trying to keep the kid away from the father? Like, that's stupid. Like, and especially if you have more than one child. Like, what? You want to have all the burden of them children 24 hours of the day, 7 days a week? For what? You're going to get tired after a point. And then you ain't going to get no break, and you're going to be calling him to come and get him. And then when he stop answering that dang on phone for you, then you're going to be mad again. So stop trying to hold the kid from the father and let the father do his part, because there is plenty of men out there who ain't doing nothing for the kids that they brung into this world, okay? So we don't get breaks. I didn't get breaks for a long time, especially when they were little. I used to try and throw my children onto my family. Like, Felicia, do you want to get your nephews for the weekend? Black, do you want to get your nephews for the weekend? I need a break. Like, I need to be away from my children. Like, I want a break now. Like, I want them to get out of my house now, and they're 18 and 14. So I wish they had like stuff to do and places to go, and they got a ton of friends to hang out with and activities to do, and up to you high, and they're out there trying to find stuff to do. Like when we were kids, we was out in them streets playing kickball. We was finding places to go. Not these kids nowadays. They would rather be in the house in a room, which on one thing, that's a good thing because they're safe. But on the other flip side, they don't got no social life because all they do is stay in their room on the TV, on video games all day. So I get tired of seeing my kids now. Okay? So if you get a chance to get a break, ladies, trust me, I tell you, take that time for yourself and get a freaking break. Do something that you want to do. If it's just going to brunch with your friend, go get a drink, go on a date, do something that you want to do. Let that bitterness go because that man don't want to be with you anymore. Let it go. Who cares? There's other men in the world. Eventually, he's a baby daddy anyway. Guarantee he's gonna come back around eventually. Guarantee you. At probably the time when he want to come back around, you ain't gonna be wanting. You ain't even interested in him no more. You're gonna be real. You're gonna eventually realize that heartbreak that you was going through, it only lasts for a period of time. It don't last forever, love. Let that man be a part of them children's life, because trust me, you're gonna do most of the work anyway. So let that man see his kid. Number 2, being a single mom is hard because you gotta work so hard, and this speaks to me because I was talking. I had met this man, right? I had met this guy. This is actually recent, right? And he was a business owner. And on my regular life, I work 2 jobs. Most people know that. I work on the phones in the morning and I do caregiving in the evening. Most people know that. So this man, he was a business owner, and he have a lot of free time, to do whatever he want to do. So he was calling me constantly throughout the day and everything. And I sent him a message like, I'm working. I can't give you the attention that you need right now, but when I get off, I'll give it to you. He wanted what he wanted right when he wanted right now. So he was giving me fever. Like, I don't understand why you work 2 jobs. I don't understand working 16 hours a day. And I'm like, you're looking at it in the eyes of a business owner. You have the flexibility. You don't have to work 16 hours a day. You can punch in and punch out whenever you want to because you're a business owner. I said, you have employees that work for you and they have a certain time and they need to be running your business while you're out here running the streets. I don't have that luxury. I said, if that's what you want, you need to find you another business owner or somebody who's very young, who don't have any responsibilities, and who can go right be your arm candy and go wherever you want to go. So he said, would you expect to be still working 16 hours when it's in your 40s and your 50s? I said, well, hopefully no. Hopefully by then I'm in a meaningful, healthy relationship where we either splitting the bills down the middle, or the man that I'm with is paying the majority of all the bills. I'm like, I don't want to work this hard ever. No one asks to work this hard. I don't care what position you're in, unless you're a doctor or a lawyer or maybe or even a nurse. I give it a nurse. Nurse is one step down from a doctor. I'm like, so unless you're like those 3 people in this universe, or maybe an architect. I don't know the hours of an architect, but definitely doctors, lawyers, and nurses or whatever. They work long hour shifts, and they're required to work those kind of hour shifts. They're on call all the time. They're dealing with real things, patients, and going to court and people's lives every day. But if you're not doing that, most people have in this economy have to work several jobs now to make ends meet. If it's one person in a household, that one person have to make things happen. He didn't understand that because he's a business owner. And he was like, I don't know why you just don't work one job and just live in your means. In Las Vegas, that may work in the Midwest where everything is cheap and the stuff is $7.25 out there for when you get employed. It's very cheap to live in the Midwest and the South, but not on the West Coast or the East Coast. That's unrealistic. I said, and if you wanted to be with somebody who like me, who just said you did, I said, what you were supposed to do as a man, if you see your girl that you said you want to be with working too hard for you, then that was your time to step in and be like, babe, I don't want you working all them hours. Let me kick down some money to help you pay these bills. That's what a man that I want to be in my life, and not try to tell me what I'm supposed to do. I'm like, we're not given the solution of how to fix things. So that's another burden that us single mothers have to carry, and that's carrying the household. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everything is paid, making sure bills is constantly paid, making sure there's food on the table. God knows however you make that shit happen every month. Making sure they have clothes, making sure they have water to wash their ass, making sure they have TV to watch, making sure they have everything that they freaking need all the freaking time. That stuff is not easy. It's hard. It is really hard to do all of this all the time. It wears on my body. It wears on my energy constantly, especially when I'm really, really going hard in the paint and I'm barely getting any kind of sleep. I'm doing overnight shifts, coming home, clocking in at the computer, doing 8 hours there, going right back to work when I get up. When I'm really going hard in the paint, I wear myself out until I crash. I literally crashed last week. I was working so hard last week. I crashed. I couldn't even finish my day. It was a Sunday. I had to call off for the rest of the day because my body crashed. I needed rest. So for someone to think, looking at single moms who look like they may make it look easy or something like that, trust me, it's not. We have to deal with a lot. There's somebody on this platform that I follow. Her name is Strong Mama Chrissy. Strong Mommy Chrissy. I follow her. I've been following her for several years now. She amazes me because I have 2 kids and I'm stressed out. She has 9 kids and all her kids are young. She has one, I think, in high school, and everybody's younger than that. I have 2 high school, well, 1 high school and 1 in college now. And I'm still stressed. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to at least get rid of my oldest child, was get him rid of to one of the men that's in his life, his father or his stepfather. You guys can raise him now. He's a grown man. Turn him into a man now. So for me, so I can downsize and get out of this 3-bedroom that's costing me an arm and a leg. You know what I mean? So like help a sister out. That's what I'm trying to do. It is not easy being a single mom. It is not. Because the stuff that you have to think about every day. Make sure these kids is okay. So when you talk to the fathers, they know, the kids are good because they're with you. And we can't say that about you because where have you been? I ain't even on a man yet, but I'll get there. But I'm just saying, that's number 2. It's not easy for us. We may make it look easy, but it's not. I have met many a man, dated many a men, including the last one, Eddie Pitts, who wanted a baby so bad. He wanted a child by me so bad. And I made a promise to myself a long time ago to not have any more children. Number 1, why I didn't want any more children? Because as an adult, as a full-blown woman now, I have realized something. That you, the mother, is responsible for these children. You are. It is 90% of the time that the children end up with the mother. When you're going through a divorce, when the relationship is over, or whatever, the woman files, just today, Tia Murray filed for full custody of the kids. So 90% and Giselle Bunchkin filed full custody of the kids. And who else had a divorce? Somebody else filed a divorce today. But 90% of the time, the woman ends up with the children, with the man getting visitation. Okay? So we have to, once the relationship is over, not only do we have the bulk, now we have to deal with all the bills. The man is out of the house. If y'all like, what is on my hand? I was writing my hand with a pen today. I was just tracing over my hand. So just forget all that, okay? But so the man is out of the house. Now he has moved on with his life, whatever that may look like. He probably got his own place, or he moved on with another chick. Like my husband, ex-husband, he moved to California. He moved out of town. He started a whole new life in California. Where is the children? Trey is in the living room watching TV. Deshaun is in his bedroom. Where is my ex-husband? In California. How many times have Boris decided to come in town to visit his children? Not too many. Okay? Not too many. And he blames it on he's working all the time. I'm working. I can't get off. I'm working. I said, why don't you get your child? Oh, in due time, I'll get him maybe next year. I'll get him next year. I asked Kenny the same thing. He's a grown man now. Don't you want your son? Oh, I'm not ready for him yet. He's a grown man. What are you talking about you're not ready for? This is the perfect time for you to get your son. What are you talking about you're not ready for? What are you talking about? This is the time for you to turn him into a man. Like, didn't I do enough? I raised him for 18 years. You can't take over the next 18? I'm like, when does it end? It doesn't. Because you're the mom. I asked Boris years ago to take Trey. What do you say? No, he's better off with you. You're the mom. You're supposed to take care of him. You're the mom. That's how they see you. You're the mom. It is your responsibility to take care of these kids. They can do whatever they want. So you have 5 kids, 6 kids, 7 kids. You're responsible for those kids. No matter how many baby daddies you got, you can have 3 baby daddies, you can have 4 baby daddies. If they're not in the home, they somewhere else with another female in another female's house, raising probably kids that there's not theirs, laid up with somebody else, doing whatever they want, going wherever they want. And what are you doing? You still have the bulk of all the stuff. You just got rid of one party. But that didn't change nothing about your life. You still have the rent. You still have all the bills now. Maybe you were splitting the bills at first. It was you and him jointly paying for everything. Now it's you, because he's not in the house anymore. It was you paying for all that stuff. Okay? Hold on. I'm getting the car. Hold on. I had to move over a little bit. I had to put my phone on the charge. It's about to die. But yes, like I was saying though, yeah, we don't have the luxury of being free. We have the children. So it is hard. Being a mother is hard. You have to deal with a lot. Like constantly their emotions. You have to make sure that you're doing the right thing, including me. My thing that I'm trying to master is dating. Dating has always been tough, because I didn't never want to bring anybody around who was the wrong person. And I brought Eddie around and he was the wrong person to be around them, And that was a mistake on me, because when I grew up, my mother and father used to be fighting and stuff, and as much as I didn't like it, and I didn't like it at all. I was very young, so my older siblings was the one who used to always be in there fighting with my mom and all that other stuff, and she had to deal with that. Like, she had to deal with how that made her children feel, and that brought a rift between her and her kids, because they felt that she chose her husband over them. And I never felt that way. I was young and I was a mama's girl. I never felt that way, but my older siblings did. So because I saw that rift that brought to my siblings, I was very cautious of bringing men around my children that's going to be in my life. You know what I'm saying? And it has to be the right. I didn't vet Eddie enough. I didn't do my due diligence with Eddie enough before I introduced him to my kids. I should have waited a very long time before that even took place. But we moved so fast in that relationship that a lot of things happened in that relationship that shouldn't have happened in front of them, but it did, and that was all my fault. So that's another thing that women has to be cautious about raising children, whether it's boys or girls. You don't want your girls to see that you're going through this and think that that's what love looks like, and you don't want your boys to see that this is what's going on, and then they hate the guy that you're with and they end up fighting the guy. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful. So this, when I told you, when I start dating again, if I start dating, I'm sure I will. I'm going to vet guys very, very differently this time. Stay away from my apartment. Stay away from my children. Like, you don't even know what they need to look like. You don't even know what they need to look like. You don't need to know nothing about them, like, at all. Like, nothing, zero. You don't need to. For what? Like, you don't need to at all, because they don't need to, unless we're 8 months down the line, then that's when I'm like, okay, we're serious. Not a month, not 2, not 3, half the year before I even say, hey, this is somebody that I'm dating. It's none of their business. No matter how much I want to spend more time with you, no matter how much I want you sleeping next to me, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't need to know. You don't need to know them. Because that's the last thing that they need to see is a truffle of men coming in and out of mommy's bedroom, or mama got another one. She got another one. We don't want that. We don't want that. I want quality men around my children. Not anybody. Quality men who can be role models, who can groom them, who can help them, because their biological fathers aren't here to help them do nothing. I don't even really know if even talk to Keyshawn. I really don't even know anymore. They used to. I don't even know if they talk anymore, honestly. And Maurice, I don't know how often he talked to his child. Like so. I want somebody here consistently who is consistent, who loves me and shows what love looks like in front of my children, who loves my children, who can actually help groom them and get them out of their shell and get them out there, like, make a difference in my life as well as theirs, So that's why I never really wanted any more children of my own. Well, I didn't mind having more children. Let's just say that. I just didn't want to have any more children with the wrong man. And then I break up with them, or the relationship is over, and then I'm stuck with their kid. Because that almost happened to me, I don't know, like 3 times. If I counted on my hand 3 times, it would have happened with Andre. He wanted a family. We broke up. I would have had a child by him. Keenan, he wanted a family. We broke up. I would have had a child by him. And he's in California doing his thing. Eddie, he wanted a child by him. We broke up. I would have had his child. No, I don't want to raise anybody else's child unless they're in the trenches with you. And you will learn that. My young sisters out there, you will learn that. You're in the moment and you're having great passion and love and you're feeling him and he's feeling you and all that good stuff. Y'all so in love and you're like, I want to give him the greatest thing ever. Conceive a child with him. Yeah, you got to think past that moment when y'all conceiving a child. If he's not married to you, or if he's not like really into a long-term relationship, y'all don't have a house together, y'all got nothing together, it is a 90% of the chance that he's gonna leave you and you're gonna be a baby mama just like me. So to avoid the heartache, avoid the stress of doing it all by yourself, figuring it out all by yourself, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Wait till you're married, or wait till you're with someone who you can really trust. That y'all are on a path somewhere together. Y'all on the same path together. Y'all know y'all want the same things, including this baby. And he have all the intentions to be there with you raising them babies. If not, you can wait, girl. You can wait. I'm going to end it right here because I don't know how long this video is. And I feel like it got lengthy. But like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope this video helped somebody. I don't really know if it helped, but hopefully it helped somebody if you heard me. If you heard me, I hope it helped. Again, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on Vlogmas Day 3. Bye.